Hello there students, welcome back to this video series. This is your instructor Dhruvi Bhatt, and today we would be talking about two different types of thinking, that is critical thinking and creative thinking. In today's lecture we would be covering more about critical thinking and we would be covering creative thinking in the next lecture. Okay, starting with, there are two basic types of thinking which we undergo when we undergo a thought process. Before speaking something, before communicating, there was something known as encoding, if you remember. Okay, in this encoding you undergo a thought process. When you undergo this thought process, there are two types of major thinking in which you indulge, that is critical thinking and creative thinking. Okay, let us try to understand the basic meaning of both these types of thinking. Firstly, what is meant by critical thinking? Critical thinking, in critical thinking, you analyze a situation and reach to some judgment by effective reasoning, very objectively. It is more objective type of thinking where you analyze each and everything theoretically using the age-old data, using age-old solutions, using previous data, using previous experiences. You try to make an informed decision. That is critical thinking. Then what is creative thinking? In creative thinking, you look at things, situation or problems from a more fresher perspective. Okay, here you try to think about out of the box solutions which are unorthodox in nature, which are not following the age-old practices, but bringing out something new, bringing out something creative. Okay, that is the basic difference between critical thinking and creative thinking. Our two brains participate in this type of thinking. Your left brain actually participates in critical thinking, which is more analytical. When you have to analyze data, when you have to solve sums, when you have to read theories and reach to conclusions, when you have to do some research before reaching to a conclusion, it is your left brain which supports you. Your right brain is more creative in nature. If you are dealing with things which are more creative, like paintings, artistic in nature, like paintings, like poetry, like stories, etc., at that point of time it is your right brain which would be helping you. So what do you think? For effective communication, do we need our left brain or our right brain? I'll keep you lingering at that question. At the end of our two lectures of critical and creative thinking, we will analyze that which type of person you should be, whether critical or creative, in order to be effective in your communication. Okay. Basically in this lecture, students, we would be detailing more about critical thinking skills and strategies. Let us start with what are different skills that a critical thinker possesses. Okay, what are those skills that critical thinking requires? Make sure that you have these skills to think critically. First and foremost, you require both breadth and depth of knowledge. Okay, what is the difference between breadth of knowledge and depth of knowledge? Let us try to understand. Breadth of knowledge means how much related topics you know about to the current topic at hand. And depth of knowledge means how much you have knowledge in that particular topic. Okay, so that is breadth of knowledge and depth of knowledge. I would explain this to you with the help of an example. Suppose we are talking about different computer programming languages. The different programming languages which I know, the number of different programming languages which I know is the breadth of my knowledge. The knowledge of each programming knowledge, the knowledge of each programming language which I possess in depth is known as depth of depth of this topic. Okay, so students, make sure that for critical thinking you have both breadth of knowledge as well as depth of knowledge. Thirdly, Critical thinking requires a huge lot of logic and precision. You must take decisions logically, objectively, and not without thinking or not without using your logic. Okay, here there must be proper precision. You must be seeing minute details, the minute changes. Okay, only and only then you can think critically. Okay, some more things which are required is relevance and significance. Okay, whatever you are thinking must be relevant to the topic at hand. For example, if you are making a decision about what subject should I study after completing my engineering, at that point of time you must be thinking only about your career and about the subject choices which you have. At that point, if you think that, okay, I think engineering was in vain, now I want to pursue sports. Okay, so that is not critical thinking, that is creative thinking more. Okay, so in critical thinking, you will just think about the relevant topic at hand and you will think about the importance of the relevant topic at hand. Okay, so all these skills make you a good critical thinker. Make sure you possess the skills. Okay, now let us try to understand what are different characteristics of critical thinkers. You might be thinking that, ma'am, whether I am a creative thinker or a critical thinker, how will I know? Okay, so this is how you will know. If you possess these three characteristics, then you are a critical thinker. Firstly, critical thinkers are skeptical ghosts. What is meant by a skeptical ghost? Critical thinkers never accept anything at face value. They would just keep on questioning, okay, this thing happened, what is the reason? For example, if I am teaching you something that critical thinkers are skeptical ghosts, you will not accept it. You will just keep on asking that, ma'am, why are they skeptical ghosts? Okay, are creative thinkers not skeptical ghosts? They do not ask any questions, etc. You have a series of questions and you require proper proof, proper data to make sure that the given knowledge to you is correct. Okay, you will accept anything only when you have proper proofs. Secondly, critical thinkers have constantly active minds. Their minds are never asleep. Their minds are constantly active. They keep on thinking, and they keep themselves very busy, thinking about different things, thinking about different possibilities. They have very active minds, and one more thing, they have very open minds, which means they are ready to accept new ideas, though they will accept it with proper proofs, proper analysis and proper detailing. But yes, they have these open minds and they will accept whatever comes to their notice. Okay, they are not very closed in mind or very orthodox. They are ready to accept things, but only based on data and analysis. So that is what is much required characteristic of a critical thinker. Ma'am, we are not a critical thinker. How can we become one? This is the next topic for you. If you want to become one of the critical thinkers, let us see that which are those strategies which would create you into a critical thinker. These are the characteristics, or these are the strategies which you will adopt to make sure that you become a critical thinker. First and foremost, make sure that you always do correct judgment. Okay, do not be judgmental. That is the first rule. Second rule is, when you judge something, have enough facts, figures with you. Only then you can judge a particular idea, a particular notion, or a particular solution. Okay, so here do not be judgmental or try to accept something which you see. Okay, just not by seeing. Sometimes seen things also can go wrong. Learn things not only by seeing or not only by listening, but by understanding, by digging into detail about that topic, and then you will become a critical thinker. Secondly, students, make sure that you learn by reflection. What is meant by reflection, students? In critical thinking, it is necessary that you know yourself. Okay, you must be knowing your strengths and weaknesses. In critical thinking, make sure that you learn by reflection. You must be aware about what all types of knowledge you possess, and according to your knowledge, according to your past experiences, according to the data in your mind, you will take the decisions and you will think about the current situation or the future situations. So remember that in critical thinking, you need to do reflective learning. Everything will not come to you on the same day, but over a period of time in your life, whatever you have experienced, you must be knowing that and you must learn by reflection. One more strategy which you can use is rationality. Okay, students, make sure that you are rational in your decisions and not biased. What is meant by rationality? Rationality means objectivity. You rationalize things, you understand the pros and cons, you make the list of the advantages and disadvantages and then make any decision, then it is known as a rational decision. So as a critical thinker, you need to practice rationality. One more thing you must be knowing is self-awareness. Okay, to make sure that you become aware about yourself is critical thinking. Okay, in critical thinking, you require high amount of self-awareness, because if you are aware about yourself, then you can become aware about others. So make sure, students, that self-awareness is an important strategy here. Honesty is an important strategy here. Make sure as a critical thinker, you will always possess honesty, and you will, whatever decisions you will reach to them objectively, analytically, and with total honesty. Okay. As I already told you, you must be also open-minded. You must not at all be closed-minded or orthodox in nature. You must be open to new ideas once you get the proof. Okay, if you have valid proof, if you have valid data, if you have everything in support of a particular topic or a statement, then you must be able to accept it, even if it is going against your orthodox thoughts. Okay. Lastly, obviously, you must be disciplined. Critical thinkers are always well disciplined, and they are very much engrossed while they speak anything or while they behave with someone else. Okay, so discipline is a major requirement when we are talking about critical thinkers. Okay, students, that was all about critical thinking. Thank you so much for listening to me. This is LJIET signing off. Until next time, bye bye.